Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with the finished 20 by 2020 project pan. I am doing this in collaboration with the Geeks and Beauties community. I will link everybody that's doing it down below. Technically, we are only updating this every 3 months, but because I'm a crazy person, I want to actually update mine at least every month. So the idea is to finish 20 products by 2020. They can be makeup, skincare, whatever. And there is still plenty of time to join in, so if you want to, please do so. Anyways, I have one empty and I have one declutter. I don't love decluttering stuff in project pans, but I don't want to use this thing. So the empty, to my not shock, is the Urban Decay Ozone lip liner. It's actually starting to come apart, which I tried to use this as an advantage to sharpen it down a little bit more because I could actually grip it rather than it just twisting, but the last little bit fell out, so no more for that. And the product that I am decluttering is this e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I don't want to freaking use it. I don't want to use it. But I've gotten plenty of usage out of it, but I got most of that usage out of it. In 2017 when I did the 100 Colorful Empties project on here, which I still do on Instagram, but it's all like, you know, skincare, hair care, stuff like that. So, and that is actually usually where I pull stuff for my other project pans. But anyways, so like the wax is basically complete, and I hit pretty good pan on the powder, but I don't want to use it anymore. It's not that I don't like it, it's a fine product. I prefer pencils, honestly, and I don't love wax, so I'm not going to use it anymore. I'm going to toss it out because it's way too used up to be giving to anybody, and it's also fairly old. Now, let's get into everything else, and then I will show you two products that I am rolling in. So first, we have the Demon That Won't Die. It's actually really close. I'm actually pretty sure I'll finish it like in the next 2 months. But the thing about it is, it's starting to crumble. This is the Wet n Wild contour powder. Well, it's the contour palette, but I already finished the highlight in it, so. There it is. And of course something fell out right there. This thing is a mess. I'm going to try and repress it once I'm done filming for the night. But stuff that you repress more than once tends to go kind of wonky sometimes. And this has already been repressed once, so we'll see what happens. If it goes completely to crap, I'm going to count it as an empty, and it's going to count as an actual empty because I have worked on this long enough. It's counting. Anybody who argues with me is going to get something thrown at them through the internet. I will find a way. But I have the NYX pore filler. I have started using it. Thank goodness. It took me forever to finish that mini in another project because, well, I just wasn't wearing a lot of makeup at the end of the year, so it got heavily neglected. But we started right here. We are now about right here. So not a ton of progress in the first month, but I probably only used it in the last 2 weeks of the month. See, I can bend it down like all the way to the mark. So I'm hoping for bigger progress next month. We'll see, obviously, but hoping. Next is my Julep nail polish in Lolo. I'm kind of wearing it today. It's chipping off really badly. I need to redo my nails. This got slung around in my bag a little bit, so the mark is right. It doesn't look right. Just trust me on this one. But here are my progress marks. I got some pretty good progress on that. Like I said, it's really coming off. So I need to change my nail polish really badly. But yeah, if I keep going at that rate, I should probably be able to finish this in 2 months. Hopefully I can keep going at that rate instead, because I was actually really good about painting my nails this month. So fingers crossed on that one. I left something else across the room, but I'm not gonna get it. But I'm gonna tell you why. It's the Tarteist Pro Glow. It is the Tarteist Pro Glow liquid highlighter, and I haven't been using it because I wanted to finish off the little MAC strobe cream that I had, And I did just finish that off, but I forgot to use the Tarte thing today, so there is no progress. So I'm not interrupting the video again to go get it, just trust me. Next we have the Matte Fix Plus Matte Edition. I have made like super minimal progress on this, and I'm not sure why. It's like I wore a ton of makeup this month. Well, I like wore makeup a ton of times this month, I guess I should say. But like it's not been used very far. I know that the top of the bottle is the thickest part, so hopefully once I go further down, it'll start showing more progress. But which is weird because my other spray has a crap ton of progress, and I use them exactly the same amount. I might use this one a little bit more because it's a little bit more of just a regular skin mist, and I use it just when I get hot sometimes. But this is the Shiseido Ibuki Quick Fix Mist. The thing about it is there's less product in this, so maybe that's why it's showing more progress. But here we are. I'm halfway through it. I'm positive I will finish this in the next month, so we'll have another empty next. Is my Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and I realized this is too dark for me. However, because it's kind of on the peachy side, I've realized that I can use it with a different concealer and just use it a little bit more as a corrector, which is what I did today, and I don't look like a raccoon, thankfully. But that means that I don't know where the old mark was. It like completely disappeared on me, but here is where it is now. And it's probably going to go a little bit slower, so I don't know how long this is going to take me to empty. Okay, next is the Pharmacy Bright On Mask. I actually got pretty good progress on this. First mark is up here, and now I am down, I think, to here. The problem with this mask is that it's, when I shine a light through it, you might be able to see it because of my ring light. It's kind of all over the place in here, and it's like quite a bit lower than that mark. That mark is a basic guesstimate. The problem with this, what I usually do with products is I tap them, I open them up and I tap them until I knock all the air out, and that's how I can get products to look like this, for example. This mask is so thick it won't move. So that mark is a basic guesstimate, but I figure as long as I am good about using it, I will finish it up in like the next 2 months, and that is what matters. Next is my ColourPop Brow Boss brow pencil, and this is what I've been much preferring to use rather than the e.l.f. thing. That's kind of what made me be like, I don't want to use that thing. I'm gonna roll it up, but I have to be careful with it because I think it might be coming loose from the base because of the way it kind of leans, which happens a lot with these skinny pencils. So actually used up quite a bit of this, like a surprising amount considering it usually takes me a couple of months to go through a brow pencil. Like, I go through brow gel much faster than I go through brow pencils because I have a lot of brow. They're actually quite light when I don't have them filled in. But this one, I don't know if there's just less product in it or what, but, and that's with me having used up another pencil this month. Like, I finished off my Anastasia Brow Wiz this month as well. So there's a shot of me finishing this in the next month. I don't know if I will or not, but there's definitely a shot for it. Okay, now we get to all the things that I had to measure on the paper. It's a lot. First is my LA Colors eye pencil. This is what it looks like here. I actually just sharpened it today because it was a little bitty nub. The progress on here doesn't look like a ton. Once I find it, I will show it to you. Yep, here it is. But these things go kind of slow. And also, I just don't know how far it sharpens down, so I don't know how much longer I have on this. I hope my hand's not like blocking it. I hope you can see that. I guess I'll do the Cruella next. So that could be in, I don't think it's gonna be in here for like 6 months. I think it's gonna be in there for like 3 or 4, but we'll see. Next is my Cruella pencil. I'm wearing this today, actually under a lip gloss. It's definitely really low, and I don't know exactly how low this is going to sharpen. But it actually has like a nice little chunklet of progress. Got my hand right there. Next is the Calvin Klein lipstick in Spiked. I probably only wore this about 4 or 5 times. Now it is a very creamy formula, so I did still get some progress on it, because you're going to see something in a minute that got like no progress. because it's just not the one I was wearing this month. But still, just not a ton because it was just not really my focus. I had one that was kind of a little bit more of my focus lipstick that I'll show you in a bit. And it was definitely not this one. This is the Maybelline Color Whisper in Madford Magenta. This is definitely a bit more of a spring or summer shade even. So I used it literally like twice. Just enough to get a hair of progress. It might look like one big line to you. Right there by my finger. Now, the one that I'm just going to go ahead and show it to you was my focus lipstick, because it's just what I wanted to wear, is this Too Faced, I think they're the La Creme lipsticks in Teddy Berry. I always want to call it Teddy Bear, like B-A-R-E, but that's not correct. And this, I actually have like a nice chunk of progress on, like a good chunk. Rather than a chunk, but like you can look down in it. And this thing was not really new, but hadn't been used a crap ton yet. So here is the progress by my hand. Hope you can see that. So it's getting used. It's getting used. That one is definitely the one I will probably finish first, unless this stops sharpening like halfway through or something, which could totally happen. I have finished one of their lip pencils before. I finished Rakugian before, but I've never finished one of their matte ones, so I don't know. Next is my Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Lip Oil Lip Gloss. I mainly use this as like a lip balm, but like I use this as a lip oil lip balm because it just has just a little bit of color and it's really moisturizing, and I don't care that it's $19. That's what I use it for. But because of that, I've finished up a crap ton. I've actually ripped the stopper out of this, so once you shine a light through it, it looks crazy. Like it's gaps all over the place. So this will definitely be finished next month. My Tarte Creaseless Concealer, I have been using this. I've been remembering to use it as a concealer because I've been breaking out for, maybe my skin got unused to wearing makeup and it kind of had a little freak out. I'm not sure, but it's not a ton of progress, but I can actually, like, when I bend it down, I can actually get it past the little window. So that is where we are. I've had to sneeze for several minutes now and it's driving me crazy. Next, my e.l.f. Total Face Palette. I threw a face palette in here because I figured year-long project, I got time. And look at that. That's pan. That's pan on a highlight. Do I use too much highlight? But yay! I have not been using the blushes too much. I finished a mini of the Balm's Frat Boy, like the little bitty weenie sample that actually takes like years to finish. I finally finished that this month. That was my primary concern, but now I can work on these daily and it will be fine. And I have started using the bronzer. It does have like a slight dip in it. So yeah, but do I use too much highlighter? I mean, I also use this in my inner corner every day, so that is a major portion of what probably actually hit the pan. But I mean, look at it. Look at that. Look at that. It's got like usage all around the hole too, so I didn't quite just drill into it. Like when I hit that pan, it's like, I did not just hit pan on that in a month. Good Lord. That was almost a little embarrassing because it was like, do I use too much highlighter? And finally, before I get into new products, I have this moisturizer, this expensive ass moisturizer. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I've been using this as a day cream and I actually really like it. It's just, you know, $89, but I got this from BoxyLux. I did not pay for this. So we are down in there now. I don't know how well you can see that. But I have what looks to be about a third of it left. I might be able to finish it in the next month, but it'll probably take me two, just because I can only use a little bit of this at a time. Especially if I was using it as a night cream, I could slather on a little bit more and be okay, but because this has to go under makeup, I have to limit my usage. It's fine now. Now, the two products that I'm adding in. First is another lip liner, another clear lip liner. This is the Grande Stay Put lip liner from Grande Cosmetics. They're the ones that make those like hardcore plumping lip glosses that like come out in a twisty tube. But this is what it looks like. I have been using this for like at least a week, so it's already got some usage on it. I have a mark in my notebook, so that is taken care of. But I don't know how well you can see into this, but it's already like a little ways down. So this will probably take me like 6 weeks to finish. Clear lip liners I go through really, really fast because I use them with everything. So I burn through them. Which is why I don't actually pay for these expensive ones. I got this through my subscription addiction swap. I got this one through a big swap, like the traveling makeup swap box that I did last year. When I buy from the drugstore, I usually buy the Rimmel one. Although I really want to try the Milani one too. Anyways, the other product that I'm going to be using is actually what I'm using with the Rimmel concealer now. And I used it today, and so far as I can tell, it looks really good. To me, at least. So we're just gonna roll with it. And this is like my oldest concealer, so I need to use it up. This is the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio Camouflaging Concealer. And we are right here. So this is really hard to control how much comes out, which kind of bothers me. If this was my only concealer I was using, I could probably use the little dollop that comes out every time. However, this is what I'm trying to use up for my face because honestly, these are my two oldest concealers and they both really need to go this year. And I have every intention of making them go, but it's gonna take a while. Anyways, that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.